Hello, this is the 17th lecture of the Semantic SEO course. In this lecture, we will talk about the attributes for the question generation methodologies. So here in the case of root attribute, you must see that some of the attributes that always see with that specific entity. For example, here we have city. City always have a population, always have an area, always have a political party or politics, always has a name, has a personality, has a parks, has a business centers and a game centers and the safety demographics. The root attributes are the basically attributes which always appear. In the case of rare attribute, it is the attribute which a specific entity have but did not other have. For example, the nuclear plant, the historical sites, which is forest and rivers. These things are not contained by some other countries, but in some cities, these are things are available. So in the case of unique attribute, basically it is the certain type of feature that only have in your city. For example, Paris has an Eiffel Tower, Istanbul has Hagia Sophia. So these are the things that other cities did not have. So if you want to create the higher relevance, you must be prioritize these things and you just focus on the unique attributes because it is the qualifier of that specific entity. It tells about more about that entity and it increase the relevance. It will be like the synonym of the city or entity or the other name of the specific entity. So first unique, then focus on the root, and then it's rare. The root attributes basically you can use to provide accuracy and comprehensiveness. That talk about the rare attributes for qualifying and signifying in a better way. So next are the type of questions. First one is a Boolean question that answer is yes or no. That start the answer with a yes or no. Definitional questions start with what. A big question basically is multiple instances from the same time with a context like historical sites. Comparative questions basically contain the superlative or the comparative words like the most crowded. And of course, there are a lot of question types that we can use in a content brief, but mainly we can focus on these four. Here you can see in the content brief, the Boolean question you can say is just under in a supplementary content. We did not use it in a main content, and sometimes we use it to expanding further the context of the questions. Whatever we write in this area, at the end of the section, it is the signal or the signifier for the next heading. One other thing that here you can understand is whatever we write in H1, it's basically the unification of the H2s. And whatever we write in H2, H3 basically is the further expandable context for the H2. That's how we protect the proximity between the terms. Basically, from this to this, we have the bridge in between. In the next lecture, we will write some sections and order the question, and then we will move on the hierarchy and the contextual structure.